And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carter escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. David Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. 180. 156. Switch up.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a give right side. Muhammad. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Newton now to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Newton now to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Rush in. Rush in.
On 1st down, Muhammad. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go, go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Check down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carter from the gun, he'll throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. They'll run with Muhammad, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Set. 56. You must be drinking. 8.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else. End up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Gun. 56 to Mike. Here we go.
Back to throw, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A nice move gets him a few extra, down just shy of his 20. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Newton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Cook running right. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Travis. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return. To only the 14-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time, 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, grind and pack.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Now Carter on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Looking to throw. Carter under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Clelin Ferrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Being chased out left. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Here's Carter. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Muhammad, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Back to throw is Carter. Throwing on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
8 yards to go.
180. Here we go. Double time.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Middle. I might need you quick. Get out here.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run it with Ballage. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen is right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, this from 37. Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch out.
Now Balaj. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, here we go. 80. Check. Quarter. 25. Check. 25.
Balaj. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Laird. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo.
Now it's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hug. Hey, zoom.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Mayfield down. Steps away to his left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 25 on second down, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rosen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kalen Ballage out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here,
into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 80. The twins. Check three.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know as special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
180. 51. Hug. Bring it. Check. Lucky. Hey, Alpha. 51. 51. Hey.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro Olivier Vernon. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 27-yard line.
180. All day, every day.
Again, it's Balaj. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, 27 yards. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they just...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And now it's Rosen looking. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. To throw is Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Rosen to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Rosen will throw. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Running for it, here's Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns get a score closer. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Dolphins 27.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Gets around him. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami first. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rosen, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mayfield. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's good for a
On first down, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of run.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in from